Nola Gent here, and in this episode we're going to be at Ben and Ben's Becknells Farms for some Louisiana local produce. Welcome to Nola Gent. Let the good times roll. So we're going to start off by flashing back to March of 2020, which was the end of Satsuma season and the height of blood orange season. And then we'll fast forward to December of 2020, which is the beginning of Satsuma season. So we're stopping off here at the Ben and Ben Becknell shop that is the closest that you see when you're coming from New Orleans and heading into Plaquemine Parish, where the Ben and Ben Becknell locations are. They have multiple locations. They actually used to have a lot more along the roadsides in Plaquemine Parish, but they have fewer now. But this is the first one that you come to, and it's the one that I've visited the most. This location's about 8 miles and 18 minutes away from the French Quarter. And I never really see a whole lot of tourists venturing out here, but this is a fantastically beautiful spot. And it really gives you a perspective of the sheer abundance of the bounty of the produce that we are able to grow here in southern Louisiana. So there's just so many things on offer here, and this place is open year-round. There's constantly the ongoing seasons of our different produce items that are coming in and out of season, and such a great variety of amazing things. We are going to be shopping for special things that locals love from Becknells Farm Fresh Produce, and then you are invited to join me as you eat with me Louisiana food fresh from the farm. Not many people outside of Louisiana and our travel blogs are aware of the fresh-picked fruit abundance we have here and the really amazing fresh-picked citrus options we have available in Louisiana. In the first half of this video, we will be sampling our local Louisiana farm food with blood oranges, the Louisiana strawberry, and Cajun boiled peanuts. So we're going to go ahead and head on inside the market here. Then we will fast forward in time to the current time of December 2020. In the second half of the episode, we will see the citrus groves full of Louisiana fruit as we shop at another location of Becknell's Farmers Market that is at their farm. After purchasing our farmers market fruit and vegetable selection, we will be sampling the homegrown Louisiana sweet potato, the Louisiana Satsuma, which is our version of the mandarin orange, and more Cajun spicy boiled peanuts. You really will appreciate the reason we love homegrown Louisiana food and always ask why eat locally grown food. As you can see, as we've been walking around the store, they do have quite a wide variety of items in this store. They have their canned goods here where there are some pickles of various types, even pickled quail's eggs, and all sorts of items and vegetables you typically don't see pickled. Got some fresh broccoli right here. And then, it's not Louisiana if we don't have a fishing selection here. Plaquemine Parish has really great fishing here because we are right next to the Gulf of Mexico here. So we're in some of the best fishing in the world right here, so it's always a good thing to have a little fish. We also have Creole tomatoes here we're famous for. Here are some famous pralines that the South is known for, and especially the New Orleans area. Then we have some fresh juices, some eggs, and they've got some fresh local yard eggs right here. So it's always good to know where your eggs are. They have a limit, they're so popular here. And then we've got the fresh juices again, and then some fresh raw honey. So it's always good to get your local honey. And so many amazing, wonderful things here to eat. Now, this selection here, there's a lot of dried fruits and other nut items which are not local. We certainly don't grow pineapples here. We probably could, because we can grow all kinds of things with our weather here. Then all kinds of bottled things with salad dressings and various types of sauces and all sorts of delicious things that are certainly worthy of looking at. But now we're going to go up and make our purchase here at the front counter. The total was $11.04 here on March 23rd, 2020, right at the beginning of the pandemic. I got these spicy Cajun boiled peanuts and some blood oranges that we're going to feast on here shortly. These peanuts smell amazing. I wish you could smell the flavor, and then they're so wonderful. But now we're going to dig into them. They are quite on top of my boiled peanut list of most favorite boiled peanuts of all time. My grandparents made great ones, but they mostly used salt. They didn't put any of the other spices in here. These things are fantastic. They're also really large. A lot of boiled peanuts, for example, in Alabama, have been really small in my experience. Ooh, these things are so good. They're so fantastic. Now, here's some of our strawberries. Our strawberry season used to be really short, but now it's expanded because it's so warm most of the season these days. So the strawberry season's already started here in December 2020, and this is back in March of 2020. So the strawberry season gets longer and longer. We have our own variety of strawberries here. Look how delicious and lusciously red inside it is. This is much different than the strawberries that you get at most grocery stores. Now, here's our blood oranges. And these are just like your blood oranges you would get from other places. And usually, it's just these are locally grown blood oranges. So that gives it a little extra special freshness. So you can see it looks just like other blood oranges you probably have sampled before. My first blood orange I ever had actually was in Spain. So Louisiana did not always have blood oranges. This is more of a recent phenomenon. We've had Satsumas, our version of the mandarin orange, my entire life growing up. And it was always around Christmas time we got the Satsumas. So here we are with the blood orange in March of 2020, still looking fantastic and delicious. There were no Satsumas left by this time, so that was the tail end of the Satsuma season. Plenty of other citrus was available. Okay, now we're heading under the tunnel, going towards the Gulf of Mexico and Plaquemines Parish. So we're going to be right on the Mississippi Delta, right next to the Mississippi River. So throughout the whole length of the Mississippi Delta, there's really rich soil from many years of the Mississippi River flooding and depositing all that silt, which was stopped when they built the levees, though. So the soil no longer gets replenished through the formerly yearly flooding that happened before we massively engineered the Mississippi River. So here you can get a little picture of what it's like in Plaquemines Parish, very flat. There's some greenhouses right there where they would grow various things like Creole tomatoes and citrus plants when it gets cold, because when it freezes, that is the end of it. So they also have navel oranges here. We're now in December of 2020. Here are the citrus groves in Plaquemines Parish. They have quite a collection. So the farm is right here. You can see some of the citrus growing right there. So it's a combination of Satsumas and various other kinds of oranges and other citrus types. So they have a huge space here. There's such abundance right now that you can see the orange color and yellow colors of all the various types of citrus growing right there. And then as we look back towards the road here, and then looking back, there's even more citrus right here. They also have the cauliflower, broccoli, and cabbage. They've got a little greenhouse here with some of the smaller plants in there that we can see. So you can purchase your own plant to take with you and grow your own. And then the Satsumas, it is Satsuma season. We do enjoy our Satsuma season and Creole tomato time even. We used to only have Creole tomatoes around the summertime. Our Creole tomato festival is not until August. But it seems it's getting warmer and warmer, and we keep getting more produce year-round. So this is the Ben & Ben Becknells Produce Farm that is actually on the farm. Becknells used to have even more little markets like this, but they've scaled back in very recent years. So they have limited their markets, but they still have quite a few right off of this road right here. So as we go up, here's some of our citrus just hanging out ready to go. These are 5 pounds of Satsumas for $6.50. So you can get good deals on the bulk citrus here. And we have some navel oranges, 5 pounds for $6.50. And the navel oranges seem to my observation to be a little bit smaller than the ones you get from Florida. And they usually don't have the actual navel in it, typically. It seems like some of the ones in Florida do. And we have some Creole tomatoes right in this section. Some pickled and canned goods right here of various delicious types. So definitely you can get some unique Louisiana gifts here that other places might not have. We have some grapefruits even here. So, wide variety of things, all local and fresh. We have some pecans right here. There are a lot of pecan groves right in this area. I grew up with pecan trees at my house. I was used to fresh pecans my whole life. And all kinds of other wonderful fresh produce here, and all kinds of different canned goods, sauces, jellies, jams, and all kinds of great things around here. And then we have some more things in jars that are certainly worthy of you looking at because they're really interesting things you don't typically see in other places. And I'm going to get some of these sweet potatoes. These are nice small ones that'll cook quick and easy. And you can buy some plants to take with you. Here's an avocado. I haven't seen any locally grown avocados yet. Here's a fig tree. New Orleans used to be full of fig trees. Blueberries. Now, unfortunately, the fig trees have largely disappeared in a lot of New Orleans, but a lot of Sicilian immigrants brought fig trees with them, and olive trees even, that used to grow throughout the city. Most of those aren't around anymore for whatever reason. Here we have a Louisiana sweet. Then we have a tangerine. And we have a mandarin orange. Then we have a blood orange. Then we have a grapefruit right here. Then there is the option for a kumquat. I'm not a big fan of kumquats. Then there's a lime, because you need the lime for your mojitos, of course. And then lemon, because you need lemon for your iced tea. And then we have our navel oranges, which are already available for sale here. And our Satsumas. So, and we have some more jellies and jams here next to the cash register as we're checking out. We have some additional onions and other fruits and vegetables here, some more sauces and things in jars, and so all kinds of wonderful things. That's the grapefruits again right there. And then as we look around at the counter, there's pecans, there are some cold drinks in glass bottles, some free samples of fruit, and then a little variety of some other things they didn't grow obviously there, and some more things that would be of spice and salad dressing and jelly types of things. And Louisiana strawberries right here, already available. This is really early for strawberries in December, amazingly. It's been so warm though, we haven't had any freeze. And here's the Becknell sign right above the cash register. So the total for my Cajun peanuts, my sweet potatoes, my Satsumas, and pecans was $25.37. The Becknell Farm is located next to a cemetery with the fruit trees growing on either side of it and other produce, so it is an interesting contrast between this reminder of our mortality contrasted to the abundance, life, and fruit of all of the citrus groves here that we can see right next to it. So as we look at the beauty of all of the fruit in these trees and the life-giving sustenance they give, at the same time, we know that for everything there is a season and a time. And right now, it's time for Satsuma season, and they are in the groceries. Now, let's feast. So, Nola Gent had quite a haul out at the Becknells Farm today. Got some pecans, a big bag of sweet potatoes, some Satsumas, and boiled peanuts. Yeah. So, I do like some boiled peanuts, so we're gonna crack into some of these right now. Yeah. Oh yeah. Mmm. Mmm. Man, these are really good. These peanuts are Cajun spiced. Have a great flavor. Wow. Big fan of these things, man. Oh. They're so big. Look at these. So you just crack it. Just pops open. Ooh, the little treats are all inside.
Oh yeah, look at that. Delicious, so good. And they're bite-sized. So good. For the price, you get a whole lot too. Boiled peanuts are quite a delicious southern treat. But the Louisiana ones are especially good because of the spice they use. A lot of other places use mostly salt. Now, Satsuma. I'm gonna go wash this. Hold on just a second. Be right back. All right, so all washed and clean. And have a little paper towel because sometimes there are seeds in here. So essentially these are a mandarin orange that peels really easy. But we call them our own little special Louisiana citrus. Special delicious treat that always comes out around this time of the year. Around Christmas time. Our own Satsuma. Ooh, look at here. Very nice. Makes two nice little beautiful sides when you crack it open. Nice delicious little pieces. These things are so sweet and delicious. And usually this time of the year they're a little smaller. I tend to like the smaller ones better, but they tend to have a little sweeter, better taste and less seeds. This is a pretty large one, but so far no seeds. Also got these pecans. Louisiana has quite a selection of pecans. Oh yeah. Yes. Okay. Look at this huge, beautiful pecan. Lovely, amazing deliciousness. Louisiana produce, great stuff. So the last thing we've got to try are some of these sweet potatoes. So I'm going to have to take a little time to cook one of those. I'm going to eat another pecan real quick. Pecans are great. I'm gonna wash the pecan down with a little Satsuma. So what I like to do is do a sweet potato, and chop the pecans up, mix it up in a little mashed sweet potato, and then put a little molasses, a little honey in there, a little cinnamon, other little spices you might want to do in there. Makes a really nice dish there. Ooh, no marshmallows. I don't like those marshmallows. Keep those marshmallows out of my sweet potatoes. Ooh, yes. So we'll cook one of these real quick. They're small, so they'll do a little faster cook time. Use the Instapot method. That'll be faster. And gonna munch and finish this. And we'll throw this in the Instapot. We'll come back in a minute when the sweet potato is ready. Okay, so sweet potatoes just out of the Instapot. So 2 little small ones here. We have some butter and some pecans. So this one already burst open a little bit from the pressure cooker. So they peel really easy when they come out of the pressure cooker. Look how easy that just comes out of there. Wow. Makes everything really simple. Out of the oven, They definitely are harder to peel than this. So the Instapot or any pressure cooker like that definitely wins in the contest of peeling your sweet potatoes. Wow, see, that just comes off. All right, so they're still blazing hot. I'll just cut this butter in half. Nice healthy portion of butter. Ha ha ha. We do like a little butter in New Orleans. Okay, so just kind of mash it up. More of the skin there. I couldn't find any nutmeg in the spice cabinet, but I did find cinnamon. I like to do nutmeg and cinnamon often when I do this. I'm sure the nutmeg is hidden away back there somewhere, but the alarm went off saying that the sweet potatoes were ready. So, time to go with what I had. Now mixing the pecans in here, I chopped up the pecans out of the bag. And you can see it's already mixed together quite well. All right, so it's a little dash of cinnamon here. And then a little dash of molasses. You can also do some dash of honey in there too if you want. You can substitute honey for the molasses even. Sometimes I like to do a little half and half. Okay. So now we're going to simply just mix this all together and see if we can get this nice little mixture here. Molasses definitely darkens the color, but this fast really it just gets to be, for the most part, a delicious dessert to the way my flavor buds would tell me, because it ends up just being a really sweet, delicious treat. You know, we have sweet potato pie, which I think is essentially very similar to this except in a crust. But just some mixed up, fast, sweet potatoes with some pecans or other nuts you might like, and a little cinnamon, nutmeg, other spices like that. And you get a pretty darn good, quick, basically dessert, and healthy, nutritious dessert at that. All right, let's sample my mixture, see how these potatoes turned out. Louisiana sweet potatoes. It's very nice. I want a little more cinnamon now, because why not? Everything's better with more cinnamon. Now, I'm not sure if this molasses comes from Louisiana. We do have Louisiana-made molasses because we do grow a lot of sugarcane here. So this could be a complete and total local Louisiana dish here with the local Louisiana sweet potatoes, the local Louisiana pecans. The butter is from a local Louisiana dairy, and if the molasses is also local, this would be 100% local. Good stuff. Look at there. Oh yeah, so good. Wow, and while I was cooking this, I also ate all of the boiled peanuts. So, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. And whenever you can eat local, it's a good idea. It helps support our local industries, our local farmers, and that just expands to a whole other series of industries. So, let's enjoy a wonderful fall feast here. I already had my other dessert with the Satsumas. If you ever get a chance and come to Louisiana, you want to go out, check all this stuff out, make sure you sample it. They often will sell some of the Satsumas in the grocery stores around here. And legend has said that I hear our Satsumas have been discovered by people in other states in those Yankee lands up there, and they even appear up there now too. So, who knows? I know Whole Foods particularly does carry them around here, especially more often even than some of the more local groceries. Local groceries will carry them periodically, but consistently Whole Foods seems to carry them the entire season. Around here, a lot of people just have the trees in their backyard. They just go pick them off and chow down. But the sweet potatoes are also a pretty easy thing to grow too, so if you ever get adventurous, you might want to try some of that. And we also have local Louisiana honey, as you should too. Most places do have their own local honey, so try a little local honey in this. Yes. Well, comment below. Let me know which of these local Louisiana things you like the most. And what do you like in your area? Let us know, and things we need to explore and taste and sample that are local and specific to your neighborhood, your area. Because that's what keeps life interesting and expands all of our thought processes about what else could be delicious out there. So, cheers to all of you, and let's have a good December.